Okay, so I ran a script overnight from the LD player. I'll put a link down below in the description if you want to see what I'm doing here, and you can download this. But here's what I did. Overnight, I went and just started farming some Hydra people. Okay, I went down here, just started farming some Hydra. Looks like there's one other people here, and I'm just leaving it on AFK Auto Battle on my main account with as many AoE skills as I can reliably put on my list. And you can see it was just farming stuff overnight. Now, what I did was run a script that crunches all of my badges as I acquire them, the 1 and 2 stars. When I started the farming overnight, and the purpose of this video is to see how much of about 10 hours of being away from your computer with the script, how much materials you can get. And I banked all of my materials that we got. So we're going to figure out from the script about 10 hours of overnight exactly how many materials we were able to farm, as well as how many crafting materials, etc. So let's find out now. Also, we were at 1.160. So we got about 220,000 coins overnight in about 10 hours. So here's what we got. Let's see here. So for the single, we got 461 particles. I had banked all of my particles overnight, and it looks like you get about the same amount of Imperial combat uniform fabric. So this was banked overnight as well. So I every single night, you should be able to get about this many because you can one-shot the Hydra guys once you hit level 100. That's a pretty good amount of resources right there. 461 and 446, plus 220,000 gold. So we can take those and actually crunch those up now and see effectively how many materials we get out of them. And in case you're wondering how the script works, all it does is it sits right here on the inventory screen. I start the script. Every 5 minutes, what it does is it clicks dismantle and then clicks 1 and 2, says, okay, please dismantle them. Then it clicks okay. And then the script goes again in 5 minutes. That's all it does. And it's been working pretty well for me. It looks like this is the first night, and I haven't been farming AFK overnight really at all because I wanted an idea of actually playing the game plus welling out and everything. I wanted an understanding of the actual in-game economy before I started the abuse of macros and the AFK and all that stuff. So that's what this video is about today, is I want to be able to show you exactly the resources and advantage you can get by running this. So obviously 450 materials, 463 of these, and 220,000 gold. So if we take that and we go back to our headquarters, okay, and we figure out to ourselves exactly how many crafts we were able to get overnight, we can then take that formula and use that formula to deduce approximately every 24 hours how many box crafts we should be able to get for our regional gear. So it's been, overnight. So now it's going to try to run the most wanteds. We're going to go back to the workshop here, and we're going to see exactly how good it is. So there's the workshop. Here we are. We're going to go here because we know what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the Hydra ones. Now I banked all my materials so we could see fresh. Now I got 451 of these. We have 0 of these because we banked it all. So if we go here and we take the newly acquired ones and we crunch all those to the next stage, we get 92 of those. Okay, so we get 92 greens for the overnight, and it's 5 greens to 1 blue. So we need to cut in a ratio and get some more blue ones here. So let's see, that's 10 of them. That should be 10 blues, which would be 50 of these left. So we need to go 1 less right there. That should do it. Okay. So now overnight, we got 9 attempts at farming this, and it cost 67,000 gold. So overnight from farming with this method, let's see this. If you don't rush it, if you rush it, you're going to be in the hole. But I was able to get 9 attempts in 10 hours. So it's just about 1 attempt per hour is what it seems like. You get just about 1 attempt to the box per hour. And from what I also noticed is that the materials and the sim particles are where you're going to bottleneck. So because of that, you're more than likely going to end up, if you do this method, with just having an absolute ton of the crafting materials, these guys, because you're going to get bottlenecked on it, which means if you continually farming this method every single night, even as free to play, you're basically never going to run out of particles unless you're trying to crunch things up. For instance, like cores, where cores can really take a lot of particles. But you need to do this method every night because of how many of these particles you get. This is effectively, we got 450 last night. That's 4,500 in 10 days, right? So it'd be 13,500 particles per month effectively, and it would be just about 6 million gold per month as well. The other thing you can do with the gold that you gain as an advantage is you can go to your alliance and you can go to your alliance shop here, and I already did it, but you can purchase all of your goodies here. We've unlocked everything now, which is great. We're Alliance level 7. By the way, the Well Pod is in fact recruiting. So if you are a fairly decent player and you're an active player on the Omega server and you're looking for a guild or an alliance, we are actively recruiting at the moment. But it is rather exciting. It is rather exciting for me to figure out that with this particular macro, you do get a decent amount of resources overnight. So every night when I wake up, I'm going to take the resources of the night. I'm going to throw them into this right here and try to get these Hydra pieces. And then I'm going to take those Hydra pieces and try to enhance them with the remaining particles. And I think that's kind of the free-to-play / even pay-to-play grinding method. Because as you can see here, I got a lot of kind of random pieces. I don't have a set completed yet, and I don't have any pieces I could level up that would complete a set, but I have 3 sets of 3 pieces each. I have Midgardia, Hydra, and New Stark at this point. They're all 3 pieces independently. So it's been kind of a weird grind, but I'm going to complete a set very soon. I've got like 2 Hydra gloves, 2 Hydra boots. You know, I've got a pretty big variety at this point of additional stuff, but hopefully through this method I'll be able to complete my sets. And I just wanted to get this video out here to kind of give a little bit of information for the people that were wondering about AFK farming overnight and about macros. So I'll put a link. I think BlueStacks is the one that has the easiest macro recorder, and I highly recommend doing this every single day. I love y'all. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you on the next Marvel video.